Being a mom is hard. Being a single mom is hard.
There's this guy I've been talking to, and nice, and I liked him. Like, we just had a connection and just like liked a lot of the similar things, right?
Where just something wasn't right. And I couldn't put my exact finger on it, but there was just something not right, something not okay. And like I said, I didn't have this big reason, this big grandiose reason to end the relationship, but something was wrong. And I just got my answer.
He rented out the entire place for us so that we could be like just me and him. Like, so nice, so nice.
You just are going to think he's boring at first because you're used to a toxic relationship.
So then at one point he was telling me he loved me, and I get it, you know, I get it.
Follow me for more single mom tips.
Dude, I'm on Bumble and Hinge. I got a Rasta, you know what I'm saying?
That was the plan. Not a great plan.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump right into today's clips, and we are going to be covering single mothers on TikTok. So without further ado, guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's just jump right into some of these videos.
I've tried making this without crying, but I can't. Just want to be super vulnerable for a sec. Being a mom is hard. Being a single mom is hard, especially when your mom and dad. My oldest had therapy tonight, and after she comes up to me and she's like, "Mom, I need to talk to you." And she grabs me and just holds me, and she's like, "I don't feel like I can tell you enough, but you're the best mom in the world." I need that so bad. My baby's my world. Also, asking for a friend. God, the rest of you right there. How do you look so pretty when you cry, some of you? I feel like a goddamn water buffalo / moldy sponge.
You guys know why I don't feel sorry for these girls who jump on TikTok to cry about their position in life? The reason I don't feel sympathy or empathy for them is because they chose to be there. Nobody asked you to be a single mother. Nobody asked you to make your life so difficult without a man. This is something that most of these women chose to do themselves. Guys, the statistics are out there, okay? Women are the ones leaving relationships. They are the ones leaving marriages. So don't come to me with your crying video about how life is so hard without a man now that you are actually a single mother. And I don't know if you guys caught that right there, but she was talking about saying, "Oh, well, how come some of you other women look so pretty when you cry?" This woman is literally just fishing for compliments from strangers on the internet. Fantastic qualities that you want in a mother, of course, but let's keep going.
Single mamas, married mamas. Mamas are mom and dad. Dads are moms. We need to not be so hard on ourselves. I'm my biggest critic. And I will never forget that moment.
We need to stop being so hard on ourselves, this woman has. No, I think the problem is literally the opposite. You should probably be considerably more hard on yourself if your life decisions led you to be a single mother. Let's continue on to the next clip here.
I'm recovering from a date last night, and I don't even know where to start. So there's this guy I've been talking to, and nice, and I liked him. Like, we just had a connection and just like liked a lot of the similar things, right? So
yeah, so you were physically attracted to him. And guys, before these videos even start, you already know it's going to be terrible. I haven't watched this video yet, just FYI. But you already know these videos are going to be terrible and absolute full of clownery. Because they open it up by saying, "Oh, I was talking to this guy." You guys remember back in the day when you would have people actually like get into relationships? There was no 6 months worth of talking where the girl is also talking to 5 other men, prospecting a whole bunch of different dudes, keeping a quote-unquote rotation, right? It was kind of more, you know, if people liked each other, then they were in a relationship. But now you have these girls who think it's empowering to talk to a guy for 6 months and then realize he doesn't want a relationship. But let's keep going.
Like we just had a connection and just like liked a lot of the similar things, right? So we played in the state, he played in the state, and he was like, I'm gonna surprise you. So we met at this certain place, and he's like, we're gonna go and have a drink here, and then we're gonna go to a surprise. Really nice. So we go to the surprise place, and it's like one of those like paint and sip kind of places. But they didn't have alcohol there. So like he brought like a cooler, and he like got champagne for me, which was so nice, like little mini bottles of champagne and beers for him. And like, it was so cute. He rented out the entire place for us so that we could be like just me and him. Like so nice, so nice. Like,
really, it's kind of disgusting to me, guys, how like these women, they jump on the internet and they brag about men doing things for them. And it's, don't get it twisted, okay? It's not actually because she appreciates what the man does. Like, let this really sink in, okay, guys? This girl is not making this video talking about these things that the dude bought for her because she's appreciative, because she feels gratitude for it. The reason why she's doing this is to brag to the people watching the video. Oh, look how much this dude spent on me. Look what I got this man to do for me. Ergo, I must be valuable. It's not actually caring about the dude. It's the same crap with marriage, okay? A lot of these women, they're getting married, but they don't actually want to be wives. They want to have the nice ring. They want the photo shoot done, okay, where the dude is like smitten with her, but she's looking... It's funny because they, you know, these days the girl wants to look more stoic. Meanwhile, the guy looks like a simp in the photos. I can't even look at these, like, these wedding photos, like, these days, guys. It's disgusting. But they don't actually care so much about being, you know, having gratitude for what the man has done or appreciative of what the man is doing. It's about, look at me, look what I got a man to do. It's really sad, to be honest with you. Because the thing is, if you're not appreciative of a man, eventually it's just going to fall apart. Men go where they're appreciated.
and like so nice, so nice. Like here we are. I blocked him out. Like he had picked a welcome mat for us to make. So cute. Anyways, the whole time he was kind of negative, and he kept saying like just snarky comments, and like it was kind of like it was so loud the other people could probably hear, and I was like, stop, you know. And then when we went out to eat, like he was just complaining, and we got like Irish nachos, and he was like, look, this is like a soggy pub chip. Like, shut up, dude. Like, just shut up. You're on a date with me. Keep it moving, you know? I hate like negativity. Anyways, so throughout the whole night, he was like, we're gonna be together forever. Like, this is it. Like, it's me and you. You're mine now. And I was like, you know, like, and then at one point, he said, because the ladies knew at that like paint and sip place, like, it was our first date, and he said, yeah, well, I live in this city and she lives in this city. Like, our cities are like neighbors, kind of. He was like, but that will change very soon when we live together. And they looked at me and they were like, are you okay? Do you need out? And the whole time I was like, is he being funny? Like, is he what? You know? So, the night progressed, and he just kept saying things like, you're mine. Like, nope, this is us together forever. Like, it was freaking me out.
Okay, I'm getting a headache. I'm going to pause it here for just a little bit of a breather before we continue here. But my thing is, my question, if this man is so annoying, if you're so offended by his questions and you find him incredibly rude, which chances are, if you're a woman and you know you've got a TikTok account and you're complaining about men, you're sitting here and you're telling men to shut up, or you wish that they'd shut up, you know, chances are he probably didn't like you as much as you thought he did anyway. But if he's such a terrible man, why don't you just leave? Right? What's the issue here? You're a strong and independent woman, okay? You're out here, you're dating dudes, you can do whatever it is that you please, but oh no, we just have to stay there. And the excuse is always some crap like this, right? The excuse is, I can't leave because I'm worried that the man will get mad, or he will get angry, or he's so much bigger and stronger than me. So just leave. Like, who cares? This is the thing that annoys me, guys, is they don't really want to take accountability. Because in a lot of these situations, what's actually happening is they like the guy, they like the attention that they're getting, right? And they like all of this crap, but then down the line he rejects her. So we have to end up with TikTok videos like this where she paints him as bad so that she doesn't come across as the complete idiot, because we don't get the man's side of the story in any of these situations. You know, like I've always heard this crap of like, oh, I don't want to upset the man, he's just such an angry dude, I don't want to walk out. But you'll see these girls treat regular men like complete trash. You'll see them do absolutely obscene things that would piss other dudes off, but for some reason we just can't leave the guy. You know, we've got that special connection. Usually it's just because they're attracted to him.
But I had like wine in my system, so I was like, huh, he likes me. You know.
Yeah, blame it on being intoxicated. Fantastic. Notice how what we're doing when we're telling this story, guys, is we're removing pillars of accountability, right? So we can't take any accountability for the fact that we are in a situation that we don't like, which we could have left at any time. Just fake going to the bathroom or something, call an Uber. You're a strong, independent woman. Hell, just tell him you want to leave, that you're feeling sick. It's not that difficult.
Well, so like looking out my door to see if he's like here. It's kind of crazy. So then at one point he was telling me he loved me, and I get it. You know, I get it. And
I don't get it, but hey.
I was like wanting water. I was like, I need to get a water. And he was like, I'll get you one if you say 3 words. Say 3 words. And I was like, what? And he was like, you know the words. I love you. And I was like, I'm not going to tell you I love you. I don't love you. So then it like proceeds where he talks about how he wants to get a hotel room. I'm like, no, like what the hell? And I get like where I'm like, this is too much. And he gets like kind of aggressive, and anytime that I would like have a text, he'd be like, who's that text from? And then we like looked at the time, and he was like, let me see your messages, if you have a text from a dude, like I swear to God. And he like, when I went to get my phone, he like took my phone and like was going to put it in front of my face for the Face ID so that it would pull up any text messages. Dude, I'm on Bumble and Hinge. I text, I got a roster, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yep, we have a roster of men that we're talking to. And you know, whenever you hear these videos, guys, like I won't deny it, okay? The man sounds absolutely insane. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing, saying that he loves this woman or whatever. Obviously it sounds ridiculous, but the part that we're missing here, obviously, every single time, is we are missing the man's side of the story. Right? Anytime you listen to these videos, guys, I guarantee you the man is always painted to be a complete idiot, a complete clown, a creep, an aggressive guy. Like this woman has painted this dude as an aggressive dude who can't control his emotions, and yeah, he's aggressive and she's intoxicated. So like she's just painted herself as the victim. I think if we talk to this other guy, we would get a lot different of a scenario here. But yeah, girls like this, talking to a whole bunch of dudes at one time. You don't even need to check their phone. You can just tell from the start of the video, as soon as she said, oh, I was talking to this, you know, I've been talking to this guy, you just know it's downhill from there. Because that just means she's talking to a whole bunch of them anyway.
Out this whole place for you. I did all this for you. I took all this time for you. Like just dangling it over my head, right? And I was like, no, you controlling motherfucker, get the fuck away from me. And then
yeah, how dare you as a man take a woman out on a lovely date, you know, set up this whole thing for her. How dare you? And she's over here talking to 5 men. You see, this is why dudes don't do this crap anymore. This is exactly why. Why is a guy going to... it blows my mind, guys. Like when we sit down and we, you know, I keep pausing the video here, but let's do the math on this, okay? Let's logically break this down, and this is going to hurt. Why would a man take you out on a date if you are talking to 5 men at the same time? What possible reason would a dude have for this? It's like, it's embarrassing, bro. Like imagine you take a girl out on a date, okay? I don't know, you just take her out somewhere, and then, you know, maybe you're in a small area or whatever, or you're in like one particular part of a city or something, and there's some other dude in there that's been talking to the same girl. It's like, why am I buying you drinks or dinner or whatever? It's embarrassing. Nobody wants to be seen in public with you. It's straight up, it's embarrassing to men. It really is. And this is why men don't invest so much in women anymore. It's one of the big reasons. It's like, what the hell's the point? The last dude got with you off of some McDonald's. Hell, absolutely nothing, probably. And like, I'm going to take you out to dinner. Oh, hell no, brother. Absolutely not.
And after, like, we texted and he was just nasty. And then the last thing I said was, like, F you, buddy. F you, buddy. And I blocked him. But, like, damn.
Yeah. So the guy was aggressive. We couldn't get up and leave the date at any point in time because we didn't like him and we were worried about his reaction, okay? Because he's a scary, he's a scary, aggressive man, and she was intoxicated. But she feels perfectly comfortable insulting him after the fact, as if this guy probably couldn't find her anyway. You guys see how that works? It's like victim in one circumstance, but then strong and independent woman who knows to stand her ground in another one. You see how it doesn't make sense? It absolutely doesn't line up to me, not at all.
Gosh, be normal.
I don't know who needs to hear this today,
Probably
but if
no one.
something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And you don't need some grandiose reason to walk away. I'm telling you, your gut is never wrong. I literally just went through this with a previous breakdown. Actually,
How is your gut never wrong, but your past relationship is a failed one? Can you like explain to me how that works? And guys, I love the logic of these videos, and I say that incredibly facetiously because the logic actually isn't there. Shocker. But imagine if you gave men this advice, right? Don't do something, guys, if it feels uncomfortable. If men followed this advice, their lives would just be absolutely over. Hey guys, don't go to the gym and train. It's slightly uncomfortable. Like, what the hell? Like, you might not feel like it. Don't worry, guys. Just skip this, skip that. You don't have to go to work. Just go off of how you feel and, be broke, be incredibly skinny or overweight, guys. It doesn't matter. Just go with how you feel. Holy hell, my brain, man.
I was engaged. Wrong. I literally just went through this with a previous breakdown. Actually, I was engaged. Another story. Where just something wasn't right. And I couldn't put my exact finger on it, but there was just something not right, something not okay. And like I said, I didn't have this big reason, this big grandiose reason to end the relationship, but something was wrong. And I just got my answer. It's been almost 5 months, and I just got the answer of what it was. And it's a big reason. And I am just so happy that I didn't go through with that wedding. And I trusted my gut and the fact that I know what's best. Even if there's no big reason, something is wrong. And I trusted that and I went with it. And the universe blessed me. And now I know.
How to know?
And she doesn't even say what it is, man. Oh my goodness. I think she's the problem, to be honest with you. So this woman was literally engaged and called it off because she felt like it. That's craziness. You see, this is why, again, reason number 567 here, why men don't get married and why a lot of dudes are walking away from things like long-term relationships and cohabitation and stuff. Like, people clown this, okay? But there's actually reasons why men do this. And this is one of them. Because imagine if you're married to a woman and then she just goes, oh, yeah, I don't really feel like being married today. I'm just going to dip out. Screw that whole family thing, that relationship thing, the whole thing about discipline and duty and caring about one another till death do us part. Those silly things called vows, guys, right? Who cares about those? I'm just going to go out. I'm going to live my best life. Why? Because I feel like that. And the government comes along and it says, not a problem. We'll get the man on the line for some money. We'll milk him dry. And you go live your best life, queen. Something doesn't add up here. In the end, guys, I don't mean to throw like a pity party here or anything. That's not what this is about. But the fact remains is that men get screwed over. You want to talk about things like marriages? Bro, this is not an institution. This is not an idea that benefits men. Particularly in the West, in modern day society, guys. And I say that, I'm not against traditional relationships and stuff like that and traditional marriage and whatever. But modern relationships and modern marriage, bro, good luck. Good luck out there, particularly in the West. Like, holy hell.
And the universe blessed me. And now I know.
How to know you found a boring guy? You get a text like this. This man is making sure that I'm comfortable and well fed. He's not whisking me off to Vegas and picking me up in his fancy expensive sports car that has him in debt and he has no room for my kids to sit in the back seat. This
I forgot completely all throughout this video that these are all single mothers, by the way. Oh boy. Oh boy, that is something.
Guy is not boring. You just are going to think he's boring at first because you're used to a toxic relationship. When you find a man that's more concerned with your well-being than taking advantage of you for his well-being, you found a keeper. Follow me for more single mom tips. And make sure you download my top 10 essentials for successful single moms. I got you. I want you to find true love again.
I'm terrified. I am straight up terrified. Anytime you see women like this, particularly like this age, so this is a woman, I don't know, probably in her 40s, no idea. I can never guess it. Like I've got absolutely no idea, but I'm going to assume in her 40s. This is a girl who's a single mother. She's now a dating coach, and she wants you to find true love. Okay, and this is a girl who's had her fun, her 304 phase, being picked up by random dudes in sports cars. But now, guys, she's ready to settle down and find the love of her life. I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit, to be honest with you, respectfully. So let's go through the women here to wrap up today's episode, guys. Let's take a look at these clips, okay? So the first one here, we've got this woman just absolutely bawling her eyes out, saying that being a single mother sucks. This is a terrifying freeze frame, by the way. So she's smiling in the middle of all this crap. So she's fishing for sympathy and for people to validate her looking pretty while she's crying. And she's complaining that life as a single mother is hard, even though she chose it, in all, like, statistically speaking. Hell, maybe she's a widow, but I really doubt it. We have this girl here who tries to make herself look good, and then she tries to make herself appear as a victim throughout this situation. She says this guy is bad, evil, and terrible, which, hey, he might be, but of course we never get the man's side of the story. And she doesn't leave at any given point in time because obviously she's intoxicated. She's worried that the dude is going to hurt her because he's aggressive, in her own words. But she is confident enough to insult him at the end of their speaking together, which is interesting because it makes things not line up very well. And then we have this woman here who what was this one, man? This is a woman who just divorced. She got out of an engagement simply because she felt like it, and she's encouraging other women to make the same decisions by just leaving relationships because they feel like it. Absolute genius over here, guys. Some people have been known to call this woman Aristotle, but that's none of my business. And then this last woman here who is just straight up nightmare fuel. Trying to make herself appear good, even though, like, she's trying to say, this is why these people do this. I mentioned this at the start of the video. They say, like, oh, look what this man did for me, look what this man did for me. And the reason why they bring this up is to try and make themselves appear more valuable. But the more you see this crap, guys, the more you realize it's just desperation, because they want people to validate them and actually think that they're worth something. And this, of course, is a single mother in her 40s who has turned into, it seems to be a dating coach, but we're just gonna get off that frame because that is terrifying. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. What do you guys think of these individuals in their situations? Do you think they are sensible, not unhinged adults? Let us know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.